Are you looking at buying a home in Utah and you're seeing the recent headlines in some of our local newspapers like Utah housing market, hottest in the country, study finds, with historically low inventory? Or maybe this headline, Utah leads states with the hottest housing market. Or maybe this headline, Utah named hottest housing market in the U.S. So you might be saying, I'll just build a new home. Well, I've got a couple things for you to consider. Like we're seeing a lot of horror stories coming out of the new builder world, like canceled contracts around the country with headlines like these. Orleans homebuyers have contracts for new home builds canceled by Ashcroft Homes. Or this one that I found from Houston, Texas. Builder cancels contract days before family closes on home. What a sad situation. Now you may be thinking, it's not happening in Utah. Well, it is. And on this video, I'm going to talk about who is canceling contracts. And stay to the end. I've got some tips on what you can do. And we're getting after it right now. And I'm Mike Gallagher. Welcome to the Living in Utah channel. On this channel, I produce a weekly video about living in Utah. I also hold a weekly live question and answer session right here on YouTube. If you would like to find out more information about that, tap that subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification and you will receive an alert of when those events occur. And we've been helping people all over the world buying or selling real estate right here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if we can be of any assistance, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We got your back when moving to Utah. So does the builder have the right to cancel a contract? Also, does the builder have a right to increase the purchase price? Well, the simple answer is yes. If it's in the contract, they can do that. There are things that a buyer should be aware of and fully understand before you even go under contract for that new home build. Now, in the past, buyers have glossed over some of the contract, mostly because builders have not increased the purchase price or canceled contracts. But with the intense competition for new housing all across the United States and in the state of Utah, it's more important than ever to understand what is in your contract. They are called builder's contracts, and they do vary from builder to builder. A builder can write up his own contract for you to sign. So with that, it poses some questions. What if you sold your home? What are you going to do now? What if you've met the maximum of your financing capabilities and the builder comes back to you and says, I'm sorry, I'm canceling the contract, but you can buy it back from me for X amount of dollars. Well, that X amount of dollars could be $25,000, $35,000, $50,000, or maybe more. The bottom line is the contract will determine what the builder is allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do. So buyers need to understand the contract fully when they're signing that agreement. When you're buying a new home, there is a lot of emotion. Don't let your emotions dictate the terms of the contract. So why is this happening? Well, in the state of Utah, there are quite a few home buyers in the market, and most of them are facing some intense competition, whether it's an existing home or a new home. When they hit the market, there is a bidding war. A lot of it's due to the strong demand for housing. We have people moving to the state of Utah that are looking for housing. But we also have people that live in the state of Utah that would like to take advantage of the historically low interest rates and purchase a home. Why not buy a home when interest rates are low? We're also seeing on the other side of the fence, not as many homes being put on the market. Some of it's due to the fact that some sellers do not want people to come in their homes while we have an active virus. Also, some homeowners do not want to sell their home and become a buyer and have to join the frenzy of a bidding war on another home or have to wait for a new construction build. Now, on top of all this, we are seeing some other cost increases. There is a labor cost increase. There's also a labor shortage. In the state of Utah, we have one of the lowest unemployment rates in the nation, and it's hard to find construction workers. And the construction workers that are out there are asking for some top dollars in their paychecks. There's also been some incredible increases in items like lumber, copper, and concrete. I just talked to a concrete manufacturer, and they've gone down to a 4-day work week because they can't get some of the raw materials. Just go to one of your local Home Depots and look at lumber. 2x4. It used to be $3 and some change about a year ago. It's now $7 per board. The OSB board that they put on the side of the homes and on the roof, about a year and a half ago, it was $14 a sheet. It's now $42 a sheet. 3/4 inch plywood used to be about $40 a sheet. It's now in the $90 range. This can easily add an extra $20,000, $25,000 to a new home build. So we're seeing the material costs occur across the country. We're also seeing across the country builders who are canceling contracts. And it's happening right here in the state of Utah. So you're probably wondering, Mike, who is canceling contracts in Utah? Well, recently we had Red Sage Townhomes in Sandy, Utah. They have a development that is south of Salt Lake City and north of the Provo-Orem area. They just canceled 15 potential buyers, and each buyer was asked to pay tens of thousands of dollars more to sign a new contract. So Red Sage Townhomes is owned by a company called Sandy Home Development, and they have a provision in their contract that allows them to back out of the contract for any reason they would like. They just have to give the buyer a 10-day notice. Basically, they're saying, bye, but if you would like, you can re-sign a contract for X amount of dollars more. Out of the 15 contracts that have been canceled so far, they have 5 of them that have gone back under contract. Over the years, I've seen it common to increase the purchase price and materials become more expensive, especially if a home build is like 8, 10, 12 months, maybe 2 years down the road on a really big house. But most of those increases are very small and very manageable by most buyers. This is the first time I've seen where they've unilaterally been canceling contracts on, say, 10, 15, 20 homes at a time. So what can you do? Well, the first thing is in Utah, we do have a real estate purchase contract for new construction. Unfortunately, in the current market we're in, not many builders are using this form at the current time. The larger builders are not. Some of the smaller builders are using the form. Most of the bigger builders are saying you have to use our form or there's no deal, and they will move on to the next buyer. And they are finding buyers that will accept their contract. So it's not really an option with most of the builders at the current time. Option number 2, and probably the best option we have in the current market, is to use a builder that doesn't have a track record with canceling contracts. This is a little difficult to do because there are no published lists on who has canceled contracts and who has not. My best advice is to use a real estate agent with some new construction experience on building homes and has built some homes in the past and knows people in the construction industry. They usually will stay on top of the latest gossip on who is doing what. I just so happen to know one. And lately, I'm noticing that builders are waiting till the home is about 60% completed before releasing the lots for sale. And in most cases, you do not get to choose the options. Do you remember the old Burger King commercial? Have it your way. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce. They would make the burger how you wanted the burger to be made. Well, I'm noticing that more builders are choosing all the colors and material options. Things like the paint color, already chosen. The countertops, already chosen. The kitchen cabinets, they might be white, brown, black, gray. You do not have an option. They've already chosen it for you. The flooring, whether it's laminate flooring, carpet, a mixture, where it's going, those options have already been decided. And that home is still in a bidding war. In conclusion, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. Navigating through new construction in the current environment is a little difficult. If you have any kind of questions, by all means, reach out to me. Glad to assist you in any way that I can. Hope to see you on one of my live question and answer sessions I hold right here on YouTube. Until the next video, take care and stay safe.